Hey everyone, my name is Joe Paley, and I have a question for you guys. What if there were no textbooks anymore? How would you like it, or how would you feel if your kids were going to school every day now learning and getting their education through the World Wide Web? I, for one, believe that this is not the best choice or best way to get an education. I believe that technology in schools is providing less of an education than what in-class interaction and textbooks have to offer. Though I think online learning has its strong points, I believe that it is a slippery slope that more and more people are becoming reliant upon. As a student growing up in the 90s and now in college, I know what it is like to go through both textbooks and online classes, as well as submitting homework online, as well as other based sources. So in this presentation, I'll tell you why I think textbooks and hands-on learning offers a better education, the fallacies that technology has in education, as well as the dangers of relying upon technology as your main contributor to your overall education. So my first main point is why textbooks and hands-on education offer an overall better experience. Hands-on interaction and reading allow students to be more focused and more engaged when learning in school. According to Samantha Cleaver, a journalist for Scholastic Magazine, the best way to engage a kid's brain is by having them move their hands. As students put projects together, they create crafts or use familiar materials in new ways. They are constructing meaning. Kids learn through all their senses. So why should textbooks still be used today? And here's a list of what I believe is a very strong argument of why textbooks are still important in this technological society. The more books children read, the faster their vocabulary will be expanded. Reading books to children at bedtime is a wonderful bonding experience that nourishes emotional development. Reading books regularly stimulates children's imagination, accelerates their emotional development, and fosters natural curiosity. As children read different books, their knowledge on various subjects increase multifold. Reading books improves a child's attention span. Reading can successfully replace television, and children who learn to read at an early age have a better chance of getting a job later in life. They also perform much better than those who grew up watching TV or playing video games. And finally, developing the habit of reading regularly from an early age helps a child to cope better with the rigors of academic education later on, such as high school and college. So now that we understand why a hands-on education, as well as continuing to use textbooks, is important, even in today's society, let's look at the fallacies that a technology-based education has. My first main point would be that technical issues that you have to deal with as having part of technology. Issues such as freezing, viruses, and crashing are all things that people probably go through daily on the computer or the tablet these days. The second point is studies show that technology can have a harmful effect on your body if looked at or used too often, such as blurred vision or even headaches. The third reason is even though technology can help educate students, it also comes with temptations and distractions such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the social media, as well as websites such as sports websites or whatever other entertainment they might find that amuses them and distracts them from learning. And my fourth point is even though there are a lot of reliable sources on the World Wide Web, not all of them are accurate. Such as websites such as Wikipedia and Google, even though they are very popular, they do not have the most accurate, credible sources to expand one's knowledge. And even though you may know that you have a reliable source, many could argue that this info is still not even accurate or up to date, depending on the date it was issued or date it published. So, now that I've discussed the fallacies that technology may have on your education, let's talk about the dangers or impact that come with having technology as your primary contributor to your education. My first point in this section is that online classes are impersonal and do not have the benefits that a classroom atmosphere might have. According to Mark Edmondson of the New York Times, a large lecture class can create genuine intellectual community, but online education is a one-size-fits-all endeavor. It tends to be a monologue and not a real dialogue. The internet teacher, even one who responds to students via email, can never have the immediacy of contact Never had the immunity of contact that the teacher on the scene can have, with his sensitivity to unspoken moods and enthusiasms. The second point is that it does not help build social skills that a normal classroom would bring or help you develop and learn that are life lessons, such as interacting with students that have a debate on a topic that is divided. So finally, now that I have given you my view of technology and education, I'd like to open up the floor and see what you as the audience had to say about it and what you personally think about technology in the education system. So what do you guys think?
We were on our way over listening to the radio, and I think it was James Patterson, right? James Patterson has just written a couple of books, and he was relating books to what you're just saying. He said especially kids who are, say, 2, 3, 4 years old love to be read to. And after they're being read to, as you mentioned, maybe at night, they'd like to go back and look at those books on their own and leaf through them and tell the story in their own words.
So you're saying like that it promotes and encourages, I guess, reading and
their imagination.
Yes,
Yeah, they can't do that with a computer.
Which as studies show develop.
Pictures and the color are more available in books and than on the line nooks or.
Which again
and that
inspires
your
and,
imagination
your imagination and your thought.
Right.
But you also have some of those kids that were technology, and I've even seen this in our school, that technology is also a helping hand. Some kids are not book friendly. They weren't read to as children. They weren't nurtured like they were. And those are the kids that could look at a computer and identify with the textbook on the computer.
So by having a computer, it could also save money, I guess you could say, instead of having to run to the store or whatever.
No, I'm saying it could help the kids that were less fortunate growing up.
Gotcha.
If the school supplies, because not every child or not everyone is wealthy enough to own iPad or computer. Yeah. So some of those kids it identifies with because they weren't nurtured as young children and they don't know how to read as well, but they do know how to function on a computer.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons, but I totally agree with everything that you say, that you will have more success in life if you know how to read and you have hands-on.
Right, exactly. What do you guys think?
Have you done any projects online yourself?
No, not really.
Has everything been hands-on for you?
What?
Out of a book.
Out of a book.
No.
Have you read a book on an iPad or your computer at home? Or
So it's all been directly straight from a book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. All right. Anyone else?
I think Kathy one time was saying when we read books online, the Nook and that type of thing, it's hard to refer back. Sometimes we're partway through a book and we're like, oh, I forget how that character started in the story, and we want to flash back, and it's hard
So
to get back to.
Another technology issues.
Is issues,
problems,
right?
okay.
And otherwise I could flip back the pages and
And
find the first chapter and then say, oh yeah, that was Uncle George.
Yeah, and they also say things such as saving money by carrying more books, or saving space, I guess, by carrying more books in a little Kindle.
Yeah.
Which
that is true.
Yeah, so I mean it does have its pros and cons, but I'd say overall that it's better to have an education that's based on in the classroom or hands-on learning. I mean, even if you were homeschooled, just making your child read a book more than just getting on the computer to do a math problem or something. Actually do it straight from a book.
Yeah, and your battery doesn't go dead on your book when you're in the middle of the
exactly.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, right before papers due at midnight or something.
Yeah. In the day and age of hackers, you almost feel that there needs to be textbook backups, even if you went to electronic age. Somebody hacked into all of your online books and so on, there wouldn't be anything left.
Right.
Unless you had backups of
Hacking,
the actual books.
Exactly. So, I think we can all have a pretty solid agreement there. Even though technology can have its benefits when it comes to receiving an education, I believe it is important to make sure the majority of your education is hands-on, actively engaging in reading. And even though it is beneficial by things such as working ahead, to get ahead of class, get your degree, technology does present students with distractions as well as possible health issues down the road. It does not promote valuable life lessons such as interacting and developing one's social skills. Thank you.